It's
Hi.
Gina
And Emma.
and we're here from the Children's Museum of Green Bay for your daily dose of virtual programming. All right, today we are doing a science experiment, sort of a maker space type thing, a maker experiment, and it is called plastic fusion. That sounds really interesting. Intimidating. Wow. Yeah, a little bit. Fusion might sound like a big word, right? Mm-hmm. So fusion is actually just the combining of two or more things into one. And so today we're gonna fuse plastic together. And do you know what fuses plastic together?
What?
Heat. So we're gonna take heat today to fuse plastic together. And the plastic that we're gonna use are plastic sheets or plastic bags. So you probably have around your house plastic bags like this, any of these types of things. Plastic bags that are a little bit thicker like this actually work better than the really thin plastic bags. You could also use tablecloths. If you've got plastic tablecloths around, those work really well. That's usually my choice if I have these on hand. So then what you're gonna do is cut your plastic into small pieces. So we have a whole box full of very small, we do this a lot. So we have a lot of really small pieces of plastic in here. And we're going to start cutting and creating and making something. Okay, so we started out with a little square of a different color. You don't have to do that, but it just gives us something to work on. And we're gonna take some of these pieces and we're gonna start cutting and placing on top of our square. So I will tell you, this cuts really easily with my scissors. I've never found a problem with cutting it. So I'm gonna make a little heart and put that on there. I'm gonna even put the scraps right back in here because maybe we can use them again. This is a great time to make shapes. You can make a scene. Do you have any ideas what you're gonna make, Emma?
I think I'm going for a flower here.
Oh, a flower.
Yeah.
I'm just doing a design. I'm not really I did a heart and a triangle and a square I'm going to do. So you're just gonna keep cutting and placing. Now, when you're placing them on your paper, we actually took our plastic and we did it on top of a paper placemat because you're gonna be picking this up and moving it to an ironing board when you're all done. And if you don't have it on like a harder, a thicker piece of paper, it's gonna be hard to transport. So that's a little tip for you if you want to make it a little bit easier on yourself.
They tend to want to fly away.
Yeah, a little bit of air just makes these fly. Okay, I've got a few here. It's hard to see when we're not fused together yet, but I put a few different shapes on my square like that. And as you can see right now, they can just move around because they're not fused. They're just there. So when I'm done with that, I'm going to get my ironing board. So Emma's got an ironing board and an iron. Now, make sure that you get permission from your parents to use an iron or have them help you use an iron before you do this, because an iron can be very hot and you don't want anyone to hurt themselves or get burned. Right. So I'm gonna take my creation and I'm gonna put it with the paper right on it, right on my ironing board, and then take a piece of parchment paper and put that right on top of it. Because if you don't have a piece of parchment paper on top, your creation is going to stick right to your iron and you're gonna ruin your iron, and we don't want that to happen.
And your creation.
And your creation. All right, so put some parchment paper down and you're gonna iron on top of it. Really, you don't have to push down hard and you don't have to do it for very long. That heat is going right through. And as we're talking right now, it's fusing that plastic together. Because like we said, heat fuses plastic. And so those different pieces that I had are now becoming one. So I'm gonna peel the parchment, sometimes it's good to wait a second so that it cools a little bit. I know you get eager and you just want to pull it off, but.
Want to see it.
And now, look at, it's all one. It's one piece now. And I made a little creation there.
There
and
you
what
go.
did you made a flower?
Made my flower.
Okay.
Let's test this out.
We'll do the flower next. Maybe
See how
don't
we
be
did.
as eager as I was and pull it off right
Wait
away.
a little bit.
The
So
count
we'll
a
just
few
iron
seconds.
this on top.
All right. You could do anything with these. You could, you know, make them into something. Just put them up on the walls to brighten your house or your room.
Sometimes I even
That's a good idea. Cool
fan
it
it
off
a
just a little bit. Excellent.
There we
That was
go.
great.
Perfect.
And it just peels right off the paper.
No glue.
Yep. And there's her flower all fused together. Oh, it's so neat.
Perfect.
Yes, so it's just such a easy but really fun activity to do at your house. Something you haven't probably done before. So get fusing. Again, like I said, make sure that you have permission to use the iron to do so. And remember to play well and learn well and be well. If you make something out of plastic and fuse it together, make sure you show a picture of it in our comment section because we'd love to see it. Thanks so much and have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye.